Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Well, you know what? We've been talking about this yesterday in yesterday's show, and we said that, hey, Bitcoin was going to battle at the 38.2 and most likely come back down, right? And then here we are. So we're coming back down. So we're going to talk about when's the turn, right? Because this time is different. Bitcoin is not going to go down further. Actually, well, it probably will, but it's probably going to go up higher to maybe just to a certain point, not past the 53,000. And we'll talk about that in today's episode. But you know what? All this TA nonsense, right? You know, you're thinking, well, it'll probably go up or it'll probably go down, but it'll definitely go sideways to the right. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's the way TA is, right? You have to go by probabilities, right? And right, I just think of things in probabilities because there's no guarantee of anything. Even my indicator is not 100% right. Well, it's not my indicator. RockinBrainer's indicator is not 100% right. You just have to accept, hey, you know what? I'm going to accept a certain amount of losses and make sure that my losses are very tiny compared to my big wins, right? That's the key to winning at trading in this game, right? So that's what you need to do. Okay, well, let's get on to the charts, right, and see what's going on. Oh boy, well, I'm thinking here, right? 61.8 or 78.6 is where we want to look for a entry zone. We want to like drill down mostly. What I like to do at any of these entry zones is drill down to lower time frames, see if there's any kind of like divergence happening on the lower time frames to indicate, hey, you know what, this thing's gonna stop here. A little concerned that the Hail Mary is right at this support level here, so maybe we could see it come all the way down to this support level at $40,600. So right now, of course, if you hit the buy here, you got your nice sell signal, right? You could have probably walked away at the 38.2 touch there, and it would have been okay. Because hey, you know what? You need to be able to take profits sometimes, and you know this is a good indication. Let's just say you hit the buy signal. 38.2 is the first target, right? For your any kind of like buy or sell, right? So you're looking at the 38.2, and you can see right here, if you just reversed it to sell, the 38.2 was a target that was held for a little while, and then it broke through, right? So don't be surprised every single time if that happens. And so you should be able to like say, you know what, I'm either going to take profits or move my stops to a profitable objective, right? So let's just say you went long here, and you're like, okay, now I'm making bank. I'm here. We're going to head to 38.2, so I'm going to just move my stop. Maybe I don't know to the last turn here, maybe right about here. Right, as it's the break even now, I'm more than break even. I'm in a profit zone, and maybe if the price action were to held that, then we could go. It could create a W up here, and then I can keep going. Or you could have taken profits up here altogether. Either way, you are a winner, and that's what counts. To make sure you don't let a winning trade turn into a losing trade at any point in time. Yes. So. This is not a Hail Mary. It looks like it. You're like, oh my God, price action is screaming towards the 61.8. When it does that, it tends to do that. I'm not too interested in looking at the 61.8, but sometimes it stops on a dime on that 61.8. So you have to look at the shorter time frame. You have to see, okay, well, does this thing get oversold going into the 61.8? And if it is, then, you know, maybe you should, like, you know, pull the trigger, right, and see what happens. The 61.8 is right now at $41,429 for those who are watching on a telephone, and you can see that on the lower time frames things have turned, right, big time. So you can see that we probably might turn here even though we got a nice fat juicy sell signal, has not turned buy just yet. A little bit too many signals here. Whenever there is too many signals on the RockinBrainer's signal system, you can always switch to Heikin-Ashi candles, and you see that that smooths it out quite a bit. Not 100%, but quite a bit, enough for you to like go, okay, you know what, this buy signal was actually a loss or break even, and this sell signal gave me some profit. So you could actually scalp this really easily, and yeah, sometimes just as long as you keep your stop losses set, right, to break even or just the small losses, right, that you can always like walk away should this thing go against you. And so you're always walking away with smaller losses than the bigger wins, and that's the key to the game once again. All right, so if you're interested in this RockinBrainer indicator, you can buy it here at this link, payments.rockinbrainer.io. You can see see the description there. Yeah, it's expensive, but hey, you know what? Any software that gives you straight, clear use cases, it's going to be expensive. Right? This is like simple. Sell, buy, sell. Not much brains involved in that, right? So it's a no-brainer to use the RockinBrainer, right? Alrighty. Right now, actually, you know what? I was told that we've sold like well over 100 units of the RockinBrainer, and also many of the clients, right, have I've been told have actually turned a profit and paid. It has paid for the subscription. So there it is, right? If you're interested, right, you can use this. Of course, you got to use it, right, and then you can actually get your subscription paid for just by using the RockinBrainer indicator. Okay. Heading over to Ethereum, but before I go over to Ethereum, I want to talk about another altcoin, the DJ15 token, right? It's actually, you could actually buy some DJ15 tokens, right? I've burned quite a few, and I will be burning a lot more in the future. Make sure you participate by purchasing some DJ15 tokens today, and also there will be a reward coming soon for those who hold the DJ15 token. So make sure you hold some, right, to get some rewards. Okay, so Ethereum's got the Heikin-Ashi candle, so I'm just going to switch to candles, and there we go. So now you can see we stopped again, like it's like clockwork. $3,225 is the 38.2. You can see that was resistance. I mean, it's like the Fibonacci sequences repeat over and over and over again. You should definitely use the Fibonacci's whenever you can. You can see the 38.2 was a little bit of resistance, and then we came back to it, coming back from coming down, right, and then reversing from that reversal. So what happens when you draw let me explain a little bit about drawing the Fibonacci sequences, because that might be a little bit confusing for most of you people out there. So when price comes down, right, all the way down, and you finally find a bottom, right, you want to know how far, once it's found the bottom, what percentage of the fib all the way up from the top, right, which is this turning point right here, turning down, to the bottom turning point, turning up. So what you do, right, is you draw the 1 point, right, is at the top, and the 0 point is at the bottom. And so this is 38.2% up from this total move here. So this is how it works, right? So now you can see it's moved up. Now, the question some people ask is, well, where do you know where the top is when you're drawing this? Well, the truth answer is this is correct, and unfortunately, this over here is correct, right? The next higher point is correct. The next higher point than that is also correct. So which one's correct? Well, I mean, they all are. unfortunately. Hang on, I didn't get that right. Effectively, right? Watch what happens. Probably we'll see even some results from that movement here. Right? You see, this is correct up here, and you can see that 38.2 is from that point is where it actually came close to. Let me just. I'm trying to get the top point of that fib, and it's just not working. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it from here because I have a better screen over here. There we go, and there it is. So you can see this 38.2 lines up better with a resistance zone, which we actually bounced off of too. So this was a better drawing of the fibs, right? Even though this was valid too, it's just you can see that this lines up way better, right? And the 61.8 lines up better because you can see it's the last resistance here. Support level here as it was coming down, and then it broke through, and then you can see, so there will be resistance coming back up. So there it is, right? That's a couple ways to understand how the fib works, and you can see, whoa, look at that. That works over and over again. Wow, that's amazing. And so now what I'm doing in this case, when price is coming back down, right, I want to see how far down it can go. So I draw from the top, being the 0 point, and the 1 is the end point of the last bottom that we actually had. And so that's how I draw it out, and that's how you're supposed to draw these things out. And you can see, boom, that's the 38.2 was effectively something that was held as resistance. Now it's as support. As it's coming back down, not resistance, support, and then it's coming back. It's broken that support and might be going even lower. Generally, in some cases, the price battles between the 38.2 and more often than not, then it breaks through. But then it eventually decides on a direction, right? But it usually sometimes it takes a little bit longer on the 38.2, and then decides whether it wants to go up or down, right? At that point. Okay, let's see here. Let's head over to before we head over to the dominance. I'm thinking here that the 61.8 looks juicy, but really the 78.6 at $33,030 is probably the target, not the 61.8 at $3,111. So sorry, folks. I hate to disappoint. So you want to look for some turnaround at those levels, and once we turn around, I think we'll create a U and not a W, and then we'll probably make some highs, but not much of a high, right? I don't think we're gonna create any great breakout for both Bitcoin or Ethereum, because if we take a look at the 4 hour, if we do create a W there, the upward movement is not that high. You're talking like maybe a $4,000 move. So from 44,000 to 48, right? So there it is, right up here where the Fibs is. So I wouldn't expect much on that breakout. So don't expect it to be oh my God, do bull run kind of nonsense, because that's probably not going to happen. And then it's got to actually break. Once it breaks up with the W here, it's actually got to go and do that move to the 48, 47-ish area. Not going to be easy. Okay, heading over to dominance. We're praying for the dominance to break. Break that line. Break that line. Break that line. Meanwhile, the Bollinger Bands on the dominance is squeezing tight. That means that there's a massive, colossal. The tighter this thing squeezes, the more colossal, the more oof is the move. So it's going to be like brutal, right? We're going to see a massive slide, and you can see that happening right? Every single time, right? There's a nice tightening, tightens up. So especially if it takes longer to tighten up. Oof. Ooh, boy. It's like creating a whole new version here, man. It's really tight. Whoa, and it slides right down. Alrighty. So with that said, let's head over to our crypto bubble, see what they're doing, and see if. Oops, I wonder if I lost the screen. Yeah, I lost the screen there. Sorry. Hang on a second. Give me a minute. Alrighty, so let's head over to crypto bubbles and see what's going on over there. Come on, crypto bubbles, load. Look at that. So much green. So much beautiful green priced in Bitcoin. Hopefully you're taking some Bitcoin off the table and putting it away, right, with your little old lady strategy, which you can learn for free here at DaVinciCodes.net/videos. Okay, well, that's it for today. I will see you guys probably on Monday. If not, I might do a couple of shows. I am doing a meetup tomorrow. So make sure if you're in the Dubai area that you come down to that meetup, right? And we talk about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.